Grand was a TV show in the US made by Michael Leeson and aired on NBC for 2 seasons, from January 18th to December 27th, 1990. The show was meant to make fun of soap operas with long stories that went on for many episodes and jokes about soap opera traditions. The first season did well in ratings, but it wasn't clear if NBC would make a second season. To make fun of this uncertainty, the last episode of the season Blow Off ended with a tornado destroying the House of Grand and most of its people disappearing. Surprisingly, NBC decided to do a second season, giving it a good time slot on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. But by then, some actors and crew members had left for other jobs. Because of this, big changes happened between the first and second seasons. Tom's character was written out as an illegal alien who stole money and used a tornado to escape the FBI, and other storylines from the first season also were dropped without explanation, making the show more like a regular sitcom. However, these changes turned off many viewers and the ratings went down. In an attempt to fix this, the idea of long story arcs returned in the last 4 episodes of the second season, with crazier storylines about witchcraft, gangsters, and a company taking over a piano factory. Despite these efforts, the show was cancelled. They made 26 episodes over 2 seasons in 1990, but only 25 aired. The last episode, The End of the World as We Know It, never aired for unknown reasons. After being cancelled, the show wasn't available on streaming or home media. An apparent DVD cover is on Wikipedia, but it's unclear if the DVD was ever released. For a long time, most of the first season was considered lost until December 18th, 2022, when a Reddit user shared a link to all 13 episodes. They got the recordings from TV Vault, which was a private website with the full recordings of both seasons. The second season was harder to find, however, with only the theme song and a few clips available. Then finally on August 22nd, 2023, the whole series, including the unaired final, was randomly uploaded to YouTube by user Grand 1999 NBC sitcom. Shrek is a cartoon movie from 2001 directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jensen. But way back in 1995 they started working on it, and Chris Farley was supposed to be the voice of Shrek. During that time, DreamWorks made a test animation with an early version of Shrek. Not much was known about this, and all that was left was some pictures from the test. In April 2017, a person on YouTube named Uncle Sporkum shared a storyboard version of the test. Later in September 2017, he uploaded it again because he found more storyboards. Since there were no voices in the original, he recorded the missing lines himself. Then about 5 years later, on July 30th, 2022, a user on the Last Media Wiki, Dingleman Boy, found a fast version of the tape in high quality on a demo reel from an old animator who worked on Shrek's early stages. It was put on YouTube slowed down and zoomed in so you can see every frame, but it was partly covered by another film and there was no sound. Then on August 14th, 2022, a YouTube user named The Secret Life of Alien shared 2 pieces of the test, one with just Shrek and another with both Shrek and the Mugger, but there was still no sound. These clips were also from demo reels of another DreamWorks animator. Finally, on November 23rd, 2023, the full test with sound was put on YouTube by Zoom Art Studio, who was in charge of actually making it. Animaniacs is a funny cartoon show from 1993 with different short stories featuring various animated characters. The main stars are the Warner siblings, who are old cartoon characters from the 1930s who escape into the modern world after being locked away for 50 years for causing trouble. In 1994, they had their own short film, I'm Mad, shown before the Thumbelina movie. This short was part of the second season's 4th episode on TV, but the original version shown in theaters with extra title cards and music from Animaniacs hadn't been seen for a long time. After Thumbelina was in theaters, you could only catch glimpses of the original short on the 1994 VHS release, Animaniacs Sing Along Yakko's World. But even there, it was part of a different story setup, so some parts were missing. On December 7th, 2014, a person on Anime Superhero found a listing on eBay selling a 35mm film reel of the short. It got sold 5 days later, but it's unclear who had it or if they'd share it online. Then finally, just under 10 years later, on September 27th, 2023, a YouTuber named FTDpot put the original short on YouTube, mentioning it came from a 35mm film reel. But YouTube took it down because of copyright, but thankfully someone else uploaded it to the Internet Archive. From December 1st to Christmas Day, Cartoon Network in the UK used to show special Christmas bumpers featuring the Adventure Time character Ice King. These bumpers started around 2015, but there's no evidence they continued after 2018, likely because the Adventure Time series ended that year. Only a few of these bumpers have ever been saved and some are still missing. Every year around December 1st, Cartoon Network in the UK aired short clips of the Adventure Time character Ice King causing trouble, like stealing presents or messing up Christmas carols trying to ruin Christmas. The clips also included a fake news reporter updating viewers on Ice King's antics. The news anchor would also announce a reward for anyone who could find Ice King in the bumpers by visiting the Cartoon Network UK website. Only a couple of these bumpers have been found. The YouTube channel Regular Capital archived the December 25th bumper where Ice King turns into Nice King and another one where he steals presents. Since these bumpers likely haven't aired since 2018 and because they are not well documented, some of them may be lost forever. In September 2023, a user on Lost Media Wiki named Lethally Stupid found 3 previously lost bumpers, showing Ice King stealing a star from a Christmas tree, throwing snowballs at carol singers, and appearing behind the news anchor. Then another bumper from December 19th featuring Ice King tackling a snowman was found on October 8th. Chris Scott Moeller was an animator and director from America. He worked on popular animated shows like King of the Hill and The Simpsons. He's also known as the creator of the 2004 CGI animated sci-fi series called Tripping the Rift. Back in 1994, Chris started a production company called Dark Bunny Productions. He began making short animated films, and one of them was called Wisconsin. This short introduced a character named Chode McBlob, a purple tentacled alien who later became the main character in Tripping the Rift. There was still some footage of Wisconsin on a VHS tape from the 1993 to 1994 CalArts Producers Show, which is kept at the CalArts Library. Wisconsin is the first short on the tape and is about 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. Then on October 10th, 2023, a user named John W on Twitter shared that they got their hands on shorts created by CalArts students. They uploaded them to Mega, and one of these shorts included an unfinished version of Wisconsin. This version doesn't have any color and it runs for about 3 minutes and 13 seconds, which is just 7 seconds shorter than the full short. Who Wants to Marry a Multimillionaire was a TV show that aired on Fox on February 15, 2000. The show had women from all over the US participating in a beauty pageant to marry a mystery multimillionaire. Contestants from all 50 states competed in swimwear and a Q&A to win the chance to marry a multimillionaire. The winner, Darva Conger, married Rick Rockwell on the spot, receiving a diamond ring and $100,000 in prizes. Controversy surrounded the show after it aired, with doubts about Rick Rockwell's wealth. It was revealed he had a net worth of $2 million, but only $750,000 was in cash. Despite claiming to quit comedy in 1990, he was seen doing stand-up as late as 1998. Also, a restraining order against him for domestic abuse from 1991 was also uncovered. After a honeymoon in Barbados, Darva Conger filed for divorce in March 2000. Due to the controversies, Fox decided never to air the show again or create similar specials. Because of the controversies and potential FCC violations, Fox agreed not to rerun the show. Only short clips from a promo, an Entertainment Tonight report, and an E! True Hollywood Story episode were available. Then in April 2022, 69 minutes of the show were uploaded to the Internet Archive by a user named Extreme Reality Television. The rest of the special remained hidden until October 2023 when YouTube user Rivers Cuomo Funko Pop uploaded the full 90-minute special from their personal tape dated February 15, 2000, making the entire special available to watch online. Daredevil the Man Without Fear is a video game that got cancelled in 2003. It was supposed to be a third-person beat-em-up action game based on the Marvel superhero comic series of the same name. The game was developed by a company called 5,000 Feet and was going to be published by Encore for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. The idea for the game came when the small team at 5,000 Feet wanted to create their own game after helping 3DO with their Army Men series. They teamed up with Encore, which had bought some Marvel properties for video games including Captain America and Daredevil. Originally, it was planned as a low-budget PlayStation 2 game showcasing Daredevil's important moments. But when 5,000 Feet's president heard about the Daredevil film releasing in 2003, the game's budget increased. It was now going to be an open-world action game released on the Xbox and PC as well. To make the game, 5,000 Feet had to meet with Sony and Microsoft's evaluation boards. Sony had specific demands like adding a beat-em-up combat system and a grinding mechanic like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. On the other hand, Microsoft was more flexible. Marvel and Sony had disagreements on the game's direction, with Marvel wanting it to be faithful to their property and Sony wanting experimental gameplay. As development went on, new workers were hired to create an engine for the game, but there were problems with it. The game then shifted from an open-world format to a linear third-person brawler. Internal issues at 5,000 Feet and missed deadlines caused delays in the game's release, and several staff members left. Also, Marvel didn't approve the game because they thought it leaned too much towards Sony's ideas. For a long time, there were no prototypes of the game available to the public, and it was uncertain if any former 5,000 Feet workers had a copy. However, on November 10, 2020, a video game preservationist on YouTube named PTOP Online uploaded a video showing a build of the game from July 2003. Then just over 3 years later, on October 31st, 2023, a PS2 build from March 22nd, 2004 was released by a user named Casually Noted on the website Hidden Palace. This user got the prototype from an anonymous 5,000 Feet developer, and another user named Solid Snake 11 made the game fully playable.